This window has seen more versions of Amsterdam than I ever expected. Festive nights, sudden rainbows, gentle rainfall, quiet snow, and somewhere in between, me figuring out life abroad. Welcome to my Amsterdam apartment. This is Fullstack Nomads. If life abroad is your kind of story, please subscribe. Today, I'm inviting you into my Amsterdam apartment, sharing what life in Amsterdam looks like and what it really costs to live here. Let's start from the entrance. On my left, we have a shoe rack and a dustbin, very basic but super practical. On the right side, there are these wall hooks where we hang our jackets and bags. And underneath, we usually keep random everyday stuff that we don't know where else to put. As soon as you enter, you see the kitchen area. Above it, we have two cabinets with 3 racks each. Honestly, I can barely reach the top rack, so that one is mostly just for storage. Here I have one drawer just for cutlery and another drawer where we keep all kinds of random things. You know how it goes. Below we have some lower cabinets where I keep my pans, groceries and kitchen supplies. There is also a mini fridge here. The microwave didn't come with the apartment, so I bought a second-hand one. We also had to buy the table and an iron ourselves. And as we move further inside, we are now in the main living area. This is where most of our time is spent. We have a study table with 2 chairs and we also bought the monitor ourselves. This is the bed where we sleep and we actually have an extra one just for convenience. Since there is no space for luggage, we store everything under the beds. And my favorite part, these big touch windows. I love sitting here and just observing what's happening outside. Next to the table, we have a small sofa with a side lamp. On the wall, there's a board where we pin notes and postcards we've collected so far. The only real storage option we have is this almirah, and honestly fitting everything into it is always a struggle. We also have a heater here, but we need to turn it on manually from time to time. It has a tracker, so if it doesn't sense any movement or light, it automatically turns off, which basically means no heater at night. There's also a small bookshelf. I don't actually have many books, so it's filled with random stuff for now. And this is a small cloth basket. I actually picked it up from a giveaway. Next is the bathroom. It's not too big but not small either. Honestly, it feels just the right size. I do wish there were more shelves to keep things organized though. The shower area is covered with curtains and we do get warm water, which is honestly a blessing, especially in winter. Right in front of the kitchen area, there's this telephone. It rings whenever someone uses the main calling bell of the building. We can talk to them through this and even open the gate by pressing the button next to it. My most favorite part of this studio has to be these big windows. From here, you can see a small fraction of Amsterdam, including this beautiful church. I've watched the seasons change from this window. It gives me a sense of calm. Even though the studio is small, this view makes it feel much bigger than it actually is. Let me show you the outside of the apartment. There's a big corridor here with lots of other apartments. We have 2 lifts in the building, but the funny thing is we can't track them, so we never know which one will arrive first. On the ground floor, there's a lobby area, and just outside that, you will find the mailboxes. There's also some extra space with a few seats where you can sit. The road outside is usually full of people, but sometimes it gets surprisingly quiet. The best part is that we have a lot of shops nearby, all within walking distance. There's Albert Heijn, which is very famous in Netherlands, and also stores like Kruidvat and HEMA. But my favorite is Lidl, which is literally right next to our building. And there's also a mosque just across the road. We don't have a washing machine inside the studio, so we have to go down to the -1 floor. We need to use our keys to enter that area. For the washing machine, it costs us €2, and for the dryer, it's €1. Sometimes, even if we book a slot in advance, the machines are still occupied because people from the previous slot get delayed. So, usually, we wait until we've collected enough clothes before doing laundry. Now let's talk about the costs. We pay around €660 for rent. Out of that, about €462 is the base rent and around €196 is the service cost. Apart from that, there are garbage taxes and water taxes, which can be around €200 to €300 per year, depending on the area you live in. Living here is definitely expensive. On average, it costs us around €1,300 to €1,400 per month for 2 people to live comfortably. Since we live in a student apartment, we're able to control the cost to some extent. Otherwise, apartments in Amsterdam are extremely expensive, and the competition to get one is very real. But one thing I really love about the Netherlands is how multicultural it is. You can find ingredients for almost every cuisine here. That's something I truly enjoy. The Netherlands is really well connected, and traveling by train is super convenient. Tickets prices can vary depending on the distance. For example, trips to cities like Maastricht or Groningen, which are near the borders, can cost over €40 per person for a round trip from Amsterdam. To save money, we always bought the weekend free pass on our OV-chipkaart. It lets you travel limitlessly on weekends for a one-time monthly payment, which really adds up if you are planning trips on a specific month. There are also other subscriptions for off-peak hours and special plans, which you can check on the NS website. Besides, trains, trams, and buses are also great options for getting around the city. And that's a full tour of my Amsterdam studio and life here. If exploring life abroad is your thing, hit the subscribe button and follow along. There's plenty more to share. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.